Yeah, hello guys, good morning. Today we'll see the maintenance of PD1 platform developer one. So actually we have two modules. So let's complete these two modules. The first one is what maintain your platform developer one certification for winter 25. So this is the multiple choice, and here we have the hands-on experience module. Right. So now first we'll see the multiple choice. So they're given six questions. Let's see. So what can be a developer do using a free trial event monitoring? Free trial event monitoring. So the options we have. Analyzing detailed information in event log files, sort through emails to monitor and handle exceptions, troubleshoot and debug Apex code. Let's go for E. Right, analyze detailed information in event log files and troubleshoot and debug Apex code. Next, so which type of code is particularly affected by the SQL updates in the winter 25? Right. So they may be affect existing Apex code, review the update. Let's go for A. Right. Second one is A. Next, when what does the developer use a placeholder text modifier for? For what? To set the custom text. Right. Next, so what does the lightning record picker a component alert mobile user to do? Mm, right. Next, find and select the Salesforce records. Got it? Next, so what is the advantage of a new debug tool for data cloud triggered flow? Data cloud triggered flow. Data flow. Okay. Then comes to the fifth one, this one, right? Again, so next comes to this one. So which of the following best describe the function of the null quest operator? Right. So it checks if a value is null and returns a default value if it is done. Then you have to check this green color checkbox. See here, the first part is completed. The multiple choice part is completed. Right. So then we'll go for the next unit. So get the hands on with iterable variable 10 for loops. Okay, so let's go. What is this? Right, implement and test iteration using the iterable interface in Apex. In the hands-on challenge, you will create a custom Apex class that implements the iterable, and you will then use the class to iterate over a collection of item within a for loop. Right. This exercise will help you to understand how to simplify the iteration in the Apex using iterable interface. Right. So pre-work, what we have to do, ensure you have to access the Salesforce developer org or trailhead playground. We can create one new one and familiarize yourself with the basic Apex programming concept and review the Salesforce documentation on the iterable interface. Right, they given the documentation also. Just see this documentation. Right, so what we have to do, so we need to create a class, and then after we need to create a constructor and implement the iterative method, and we need to create a test class. Okay, methods, and we need to provide the values, and we need to run test, and we need to verify that, and we need to check the debug also. Right. Let's do one thing. Let's create one playground. Winter 25. Okay, so we created a new playground now. Just to click on this launch. Right. So now go and open the developer console. Click on the setup. You have developer console now. Click on that developer console. And so first what we have to do, so we need to create a class. Okay. So what we have to do, first we need to create a class. So what was the class name? See here. So first we need to create Apex class. What was the class name? So that is my iterable. Just copy this and go to file, click on the new Apex class. Just to give me the class name. Got it. Then click on here. Okay. Done. So we created a class. Now, next step is what? So implements a iterable string. Implements iterable string. Just copy this. What's that? Implements implements iterable string. Got it. So next step. The next step is what? So pass the parameters. Right. So private list strings. Got it. So what we have to do? So we need to pass the parameters. Copy. Just I'm writing a note. A private list to hold the collection of strings. Collection of strings. Oh, done. Private links strings. Done. Next. Next. So what's the requirement? So create a constructor. Create a constructor for my iterable. Right. So parameters, we have to pass the parameters a list of a string and initialize the string field. Got it. Now let's see. So what we have to do? Constructor, constructor that initializes the class with a given list of strings. List of strings. How? Public, the class name, my iterable. Next, the list of string strings. Got it. So next, what we have to do? Next, what we have to do? Next, so initialize the string fields. Got it, right? So and then after, so we need to provide the values also, right? So now come here, assign the provided a list to the a list to the private variable. Private variable. How this dot strings, this dot strings equals to strings. Done. Got it. So next, the next one is what? Right. So implement the iterator method and return type iterator string and return iterator for the strings list to the string dot iterator. Right. Let's implement this one. Implementation of the iterator. Iterator method from the iterable interface. Right. From the iterable interface. Right. Sorry. Right. So how public iterator string iterator. Got it. And next, what we have to do? So we need to return that value. Returns the iterator of the list object of the list object. So how return strings dot strings dot iterator. Done. So what's the issue we are getting? Done. No issues. Clear? Right. So let's see. So one by one, see here the line number one. So public class myiterable implements a iterable string. So what is this? Just we declares the class myiterable and specifies that implements the iterable interface for the string objects. Got it. The iterable interface requires the implementation of a iterator a method. Got a point. Next, see here the a private list to hold the a collection of strings. What is this? It defines a private variable strings. Got it. To store a list of string, list of string objects. Got it. So this encapsulation ensures that data cannot be directly accessed or modified outside the class. That's the reason we given the private. Next, seventh line, right? Public iterable the list strings. What is this? This is the a constructor for the my iterable class. It initialize the strings list with the given input list. Got it. And then after, so we assign the input parameters. Got it. So string this dot strings equals to strings. Assign the input parameter strings to the private strings variable. Got it. Just storing it for a future reuse. or future reference. Next, implementation of the iterator. Got it. So this is the method, right? So implements the iterator method required by the iterable interface. This method is used to provide an iterator for the encapsulated strings list. Next, the return type. Got it. So return strings dot iterator. Right. The iterating functionality to build in the iterator method for the list class. So which returns a iterator string object. This allows users of iterable to transverse the list of elements using the iterator. Got it. So this is the class we created. So just go and save this class. If you have any errors, then still you will get the star mark, right? So we don't have any errors, right? So we created a class. Next, what we have to do? So we need to create a test class. What's that? My iterable tester class. Just copy this name and go here, go to the file, click on the new Apex class, my iterable test. Got it. Next. So see, annotation at the rate is test. So whenever you're writing a test class, so you need to define a at the rate is test. See here, whatever the method we are defining, so for that method also, we need to use at the rate is test. Now come here. So this is my test method. Now, what we have to do? At the rate is test. Got it. So next, what we have to do? So we need to create a method, right? A test method test method to validate test method to validate the iteration functionality. Iteration functionality. So how at the rate is a test. At the rate is a test. Right. See here. Test iteration. Sorry, iterable for loop of type void. Got it. Right. So let's copy this. Right. Now a static void test iterable for loop. Right. So this is my test method. Got it. So next. So next what we have to do, right? The annotation is just we already written. Got it. The step. So create a list of strings. Got it. So create a list of strings. Let's see. Create create a list of strings as a test data as a test data. So how list string list string strings equals to a new list string new list string. Got it. So they given the data. What's the data? Hello, comma world. Right. Now, what was the data? Hello, next world. Done. Got it. Next. Next step is what? Next step is what? Create an instance of my iterable with the list of strings. Right. The next one is what? Create an instance of my iterable using the test data using the test data. I got it. So my iterable, got it. So next, my iterable instance, my iterable instance equals to new my iterable strings, my iterable strings. Got it. Let's come here. Okay. And next, so we need to print each string using a system.debug. Got it. So we need to print how debug log2, debug log2 indicate that the test is running. So how? System.debug, system.debug running the for loop, running the for loop. Got it. And then what we have to do? So we need to show each and every value. Got it. So print the each string using a system.debug. Got it. So next, simple. Let's write this one also. Using a for each loop to iterate over the my iterable instance. How? For string string str, you can provide anything, right? Next, so what's that name? My iterable instance. This one, my iterable instance. Got a point. Next, I want to show all the values, right? A debug log2, a printer each string in the collection, each string in the collection. How? A debug, system dot debug a string str. That's it. We got some issues. What's that? Right. Everything is clear. No issues. Got it. So just to save this code, go to file, click on here, save. We have any errors? No errors. Right. So let me explain this test class. Right. So at the rate is test. What is the meaning of that? We declare that, so this is the test class, right? Apex test classes must be annotated with at the rate is a test. Got it. The next, this one. What a public class, my iterable test. So define the test class that contains the test method to validate the behavior of my iterable. So whatever the class earlier we defined. Next, the static void test iterable for loop. What is this? So this is a method. This is a method, right? Apex requires the test methods to be either static and void, right? So both. Next, so here we created what? The test data. Got it. So here we contains two elements. One is what? Hello, and second one is world. The next, so we created a instance. Got it. So this initiates the my iterable class using the test list strings, whatever the strings we have. We have. Next, the system dot debug. A system dot debug. So what purpose we are using the system dot debug? So logs a debug message to indicate that the iteration is about to start. Got it? So this helps to tracking the tester execution. Got it? Next, first string str. What is this? So for each loop to iterate over the my iterable instance. So this validates that the my iterable class correctly implements the iterable interface. Got it? Right. Next, system.debug strings and then to the name you can provide. So this one is what whatever the logs each string from the my iterable instance. Got it. So this confirm that iterable correctly retrieves the expected elements or not. Got it. Simple test class. So just we return a class and test class. Then after what we have to do, open the developer console, navigate the test menu, new run, and my iterable test class and run it. Next, verify the output. Right. The check the debug log to verify the loop iterated over the collection and printed each string. Got it. What was the expected output in the debug? Hello and world. Let's go here. Okay, so just observe the code the carefully. Okay, line by line. Now you can go here, test, and then click on here, run all, done. Now you can go here, test, then click on here, new run, and select the class name and the test name. Then click on here, run. Got it. So we got one entry in the log file. Just double click on that. Right, just click on here, debug only. See here we have hello and hello world. Right, now come here, just check the challenge. Done. Right, so we successfully completed the maintenance. Right, so I will share this class and test class code to you. Right, so just you can go to the more and I will provide one link that in that link just you can get it this. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.